Stop the presses! Hollywood's perfect fairy tale just went up in smoke. The picture-perfect marriage millions adored between Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban has officially exploded into the most heartbreaking and explosive scandal this industry has ever witnessed. Moments ago, the shocking receipts dropped, confirming Nicole Kidman has slapped her husband with a colossal $100 million lawsuit. The claim? He secretly pilfered her own money to conceal the pregnancy of another woman, none other than rising country star Maggie Baugh. This isn't your grandma's gossip anymore. This is all-out legal war. Sources close to the former golden couple whisper that Nicole uncovered a hidden financial trail leading straight from her private trust account directly to hospital bills registered under Maggie's name. And here's the gut punch. The reports officially list Keith Urban as the child's father. Insiders claim Nicole was utterly devastated. One witness described how she literally collapsed in her lawyer's office after seeing the leaked hospital form, managing only one tear-soaked whisper. "He used my love, my trust, and my money to bury the truth." Within hours, the Con Keith baby scandal went absolutely nuclear across every social platform. Fans flooded timelines with pure disbelief, raging heartbreak, and fury. Some are already calling this the biggest betrayal in modern celebrity history. But the nightmare kept escalating. Leaked audio surfaced late last night, allegedly capturing Keith's voice, trembling with panic as he desperately pleaded, "Maggie, no one can know. Nicole must never find out." The internet instantly melted down. Entertainment sites are already calling it the official, dramatic fall of Hollywood's ultimate golden couple. Tonight, as Nicole's fierce legal team prepares for battle, one chilling question dominates every headline. Was their entire marriage built on nothing but a lie? Because if these shocking documents are authentic, this mess isn't just about cash. It's about gut-wrenching betrayal, cold manipulation, and a secret pregnancy that could shatter everything. Breaking! Hollywood is truly burning under the crushing weight of its own secrets. And this time, the inferno started right inside Nicole Kidman's mansion. The actress, once the epitome of grace and loyalty, has unleashed a massive legal storm that is rocking the very foundation of celebrity culture. She is done hiding, done pretending, and absolutely done saving a man who shamelessly used her name, her profound love, and her fortune to cover up another woman's pregnancy. Subscribe now so you don't miss the courtroom showdown. Forget the documents. Nicole Kidman is done playing nice, honey. Our queen has officially launched a brutal $100 million lawsuit against Keith Urban, accusing him of the trifecta: jaw-dropping financial fraud, calculated emotional manipulation, and betrayal beyond repair. The allegations are shocking. Keith secretly drained millions from Nicole's private accounts to cover luxury care, hospital bills, and shady hush money agreements for young singer Maggie Baugh, a name that now owns every Hollywood headline. Sources claim Nicole had felt a cold dread for months. All those sudden trips, late-night studio sessions, and mysterious team members. But nothing prepared her for the direct evidence last week. A $4.7 million bank transfer from her trust, straight to an account linked to Maggie's producer. Nicole's reaction? Devastation doesn't cover it. Insiders described a moment of shattering silence, followed by a scream that shook the walls. Hours later, the internet caught fire after a St. Joseph's Medical Center nurse leaked a statement. "We were told to change the name, but the file read Maggie Baugh, Urban, and the father was listed as Keith Urban." That single line obliterated the myth of Hollywood's perfect couple. Instantly, Keith baby scandal dominated every platform, turning former fans into rage monsters calling him the country Casanova of lies. Meanwhile, Nicole is being hailed as the comeback queen. TMZ, Page 6, and the Daily Mail dropped non-stop bombshells, but the ultimate detonation was an audio leak. Keith whispering, "Maggie, this is the last time." "Okay, I'll handle it." Nicole doesn't need to know. His tone wasn't fear. It was ice-cold calculation, and it absolutely shredded Nicole's heart. People confirmed she locked herself in her Malibu bedroom, smashing frames and clutching a ripped wedding photo, repeating, "He used my money to hide his sin." Then, Maggie posted a cryptic hospital wristband photo with the caption, "The truth can't stay hidden forever." Eagle-eyed fans immediately spotted a baby bump beneath her sweatshirt, plunging the internet into pure chaos. One comment, liked over 400,000 times, perfectly captured the fury. He used Nicole's money to hide another woman's pregnancy. Hit the like button if you think Keith is going down. He's officially hitting rock bottom. Hollywood sources confirm Keith Urban is in full-blown panic mode, suddenly canceling every interview and locking his PR team in the bunker. But let's be real, it's already too late. Insiders whisper that Nicole Kidman's legal assassins are prepping subpoenas for everything. Medical records, phone logs, and private transfers, determined to prove that Keith didn't just cheat. He laundered her fortune to bankroll his mistress's secret life. The fallout? It's pure career wildfire. Sponsorship deals are instantly freezing, music execs are running for the hills, and his so-called longtime friends have ghosted him overnight. One studio source didn't hold back. Keith's career might not survive this. You don't bounce back from a scandal this filthy, especially when your wife is Nicole Kidman. But wait, there's more. Nicole's team stresses this lawsuit isn't petty revenge, it's about cold, hard justice. Their statement reads, Mrs. Kidman entrusted her well-being to Mr. Urban. That sacred trust was brutally violated by deceitful and deliberate actions concealing another woman's pregnancy. This is not a divorce. This is financial warfare. Meanwhile, Maggie Baugh's calculated silence screams volumes. Despite the raging chaos, she still hasn't denied the pregnancy, and hospital moles claim she's 6 months along. If that DNA test confirms Keith is the father, this will officially be the most catastrophic celebrity scandal in history. Behind the velvet ropes, Nicole is described as a force of nature. The graceful red carpet queen has transformed into an ice queen of vengeance, vowing to reclaim everything Keith stole. One insider chillingly revealed, Nicole isn't crying anymore. She's planning. And when she's finished, Keith will wish he'd told her the truth himself. This isn't a simple breakup. It's the televised, painful execution of a love story built on lies and drowned in betrayal. As the headlines scream louder, every fan is asking, if love cost Nicole Kidman $100 million, what will justice cost Keith Urban when the hammer drops? The world is watching, and the financial fallout has just begun. Hollywood has seen cheating and stolen money, but never this surgical in its destruction. The elegance of their fairy tale has collapsed into a nightmare. Nicole Kidman is no longer just an actress. She's the living headline, the face of betrayal, heartbreak, and vengeance. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for the courtroom updates. Chaos reigned outside Nicole's mansion the night the lawsuit dropped. Paparazzi swarmed her Beverly Hills fortress, shouting questions and firing flashes like war-zone lightning. But inside, only a crushing, suffocating silence remained. Nicole was found perched on her marble staircase, clutching a crumpled love letter from Keith. You are my forever. Those words are pure poison now. Insiders reveal she hasn't slept in days, obsessively replaying the audio leak, letting Nicole doesn't need to know, twist the knife deeper with every repetition. She defied her lawyer's advice to stay offline, whispering, I want to see what they're saying, as she scrolled through posts crowning her Hollywood's betrayed queen. Then came the viral moment that shattered the web. Maggie was papped leaving a private clinic in Nashville, masked, hooded, and shielding an unmistakable baby bump. Entertainment Tonight declared it the image that officially ended Keith Urban's legacy. Within hours, the financial bleed began. A $10 million whiskey endorsement vanished, his country tour sponsor suspended, and his record label panicked. Even Nicole's inner circle is cracking. Friends from decades ago are paralyzed between loyalty and fear. One close confidant revealed Nicole's heartbreaking truth. He used my money to build a new life for her. The lawsuit details are leaking like a sieve. Fake production costs, medical bills under aliases, and private texts. In one damning message, Keith allegedly wrote, "Just say it's your producer's baby. Nicole can never find out." That single text detonated the scandal into a global obsession. Fans screamed for accountability, sending her justice for Nicole and her Keith Thiele are trending for days. But the deepest heartbreak surfaced when Nicole's tearful assistant broke silence. He was her calm in the storm. Now, he is the storm. Nicole's mother jetted in from Australia to a house showing shattered glass and ripped portraits, the remnants of a woman fighting for her mind. And finally, The chaos peaked when a video recorded by Maggie's friend leaked, showing the young star weeping on her bed. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Keith promised me he'd tell her after the tour, but he never did. Drop a comment if you believe Maggie is a victim too. But he never did. And now everyone hates me. That heartbreaking clip totally flipped the script. For the very first time, the public saw Maggie not as the villain, but as a total victim. A naive 25-year-old artist caught in Keith Urban's web of lies and manipulation. The comment sections turned ruthless. Fans instantly demanded consequences, labeling Keith's panicked silence the official confession of a guilty man. Then TMZ dropped the ultimate nuclear bomb. Alleged hospital documents confirming Keith Urban was listed as the baby's father. The stamped and dated form instantly went viral, making legal experts agree it could completely obliterate Keith's entire defense. Nicole's fierce legal team immediately upgraded their lawsuit, now officially alleging intentional financial deceit and blatant concealment of paternity. An insider close to Nicole revealed her secret, powerful vow that night. She stood at her mirror, tear-streaked, and whispered, "He made me a fool, but I will make him accountable. This isn't revenge, it is my resurrection." The next morning, Nicole strode into the Los Angeles courthouse like a queen in a flawless white suit. Calm, composed, and utterly fearless. Cameras captured her every majestic step. The image went viral, captioned, "The angel entering the courtroom of hell." Inside, Keith's team looked visibly sick and defeated. Nicole's lawyer, wearing sharp black, handed the judge a massive folder labeled "Financial Misconduct and Concealment Evidence." The silence was electric. Witnesses swear Nicole never even glanced at Keith once. When the judge prompted her, she delivered a statement so steady it gave everyone chills. "I gave him my trust. He turned it into a transaction. I gave him my love. He turned it into leverage. And now I give him the truth." The world erupted. Every single outlet replayed that devastating cinematic line. In the days following, reports emerged that Keith's terrified team had secretly offered Nicole a desperate $15 million settlement, which she coldly refused. "It's not about the money anymore," she told friends. "It's about every woman who was made to feel blind for trusting." Then came the final, shocking leak. Keith's frantic voicemail to Maggie. "They know everything. Don't talk to anyone. I'll fix this." But it was futile. Public opinion became an unstoppable tidal wave. Keith Urban's image as the charming, loyal musician was officially dead. Nicole's story, however, became the ultimate symbol of strength. Magazines now call her Hollywood's quiet warrior. Hit the share button if Nicole's speech gave you chills. Everyone was typing. She lost her love, but she found her power. However, behind the flashy headlines, Nicole Kidman's pain was deeply real. Sources revealed she was still crying every night, not over the money or the fading fame, but for the one man she truly believed would never lie. As the final DNA test completion neared, Hollywood was holding its breath. Everyone knew the verdict, but no one was prepared for the official blow. In a chilling twist, a hospital mole claimed Nicole herself demanded the DNA results be delivered to her first, alone. She wanted to hear the ultimate truth herself because, after all the betrayals, one final revelation remained. One that wouldn't just crush a marriage, but end an entire legacy. That one verdict would determine if Keith Urban's name would ever be heard on the radio again, or be buried forever in the ashes of his own scandal. Just when the world thought the drama had peaked, it arrived like an atomic bomb. At 6:42 a.m., TMZ dropped the headline that literally froze the internet. DNA test results confirm Keith Urban is the father. It was over. Sources close to Nicole say she was sipping coffee in her garden when her lawyer called. When he stated the words, "It's confirmed. He's the father," she reportedly dropped the phone, whispered, "I knew it," and completely shattered. For the very first time in her pristine career, the woman famous for her icy composure couldn't stop weeping. Moments later, helicopters descended as news trucks jammed the streets. Every channel anchor was repeating the same deadly words. Keith Urban's secret child confirmed. Nicole Kidman betrayed on every level. Meanwhile, Keith had vanished. His team claimed he'd gone rogue in Tennessee. But a grainy, leaked video soon surfaced. Keith in a hotel lot, head down, visibly trembling, screaming into his phone. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Tell them to delete everything." That clip instantly went viral. Fans flooded the comments. He's not crying for guilt. He's crying because he got caught. But the real final explosion came hours later when Maggie posted a raw 17-second Instagram video. Her eyes red, her hands shaking, she quietly stated, "I didn't lie. I was told to stay silent, but I can't anymore." That, my friends, was the world's confirmation from the one person they silenced the longest. Double tap if you stand with Nicole. That raw post by Maggie hit an insane 30 million views in less than a day. Instantly, every sponsor, every label, and every film studio started running for cover from Keith Urban. Country music radio absolutely pulled his tracks from the playlists. Then came the moment we all waited for, the press conference. Nicole Kidman, channeling pure Ice Queen energy in a sharp black suit and dark glasses, marched to the podium through a screaming mob of reporters. She didn't even blink. Her voice was steady, but her words were razor blades. "This isn't about fame or money. This is about truth, about how women are used, silenced, and discarded when men with power think they can rewrite reality. He used my love as his cover, and my money as his weapon." Silence fell like a hammer. That iconic 48-second clip instantly became one of YouTube's most watched moments, crowning Nicole the queen who never needed a crown. But sources revealed her public strength hid immeasurable pain. Hours later, she literally collapsed from exhaustion and was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital. A nurse reportedly overheard her heart-shattering whisper, "How could he look me in the eyes and still lie?" That line dominated the next day's headlines. Meanwhile, Keith's whole world imploded. His label gave him an indefinite suspension, and protesters reading "Stop Funding Betrayal" surrounded his Nashville mansion. Even Maggie, 6 months pregnant and terrified, was now in hiding. An insider leaked Keith's chilling final text to her. "If Nicole ever finds out, my life is over." That message immediately became a meme, the ultimate symbol of a secret crashing down. But Nicole dropped the most shocking twist. 3 days post-confirmation, she launched a second lawsuit against Keith's management for aiding the fraud, a move analysts claimed could cost the industry a staggering $300 million. Then came the courtroom spectacle. Nicole entered, serene in white, while Keith looked utterly broken, sleepless, and gray. They never made eye contact. Nicole's lawyer displayed the DNA results for the jury. Paternity, 99.9% confirmed. Nicole didn't move. She stared ahead, finding peace in the chaos. The judge read her final statement. "For years, I protected his image. Now I protect my truth. He may have taken my money, but he can never take back the strength his betrayal gave me." The room was stunned. Even Keith's own lawyer was seen secretly wiping tears. "Tell us which line gave you the biggest chills." The crowd outside the courthouse was electric, chanting Nicole's name like a warrior goddess. News anchors called this moment the day Hollywood's sacred illusion of perfect love finally crashed and burned. By sundown, Keith Urban's music was wiped from every platform, and Nicole's powerful speech was already a viral anthem played over every emotional fan edit and TikTok reel worldwide. But away from the spotlight, sources confirmed Nicole felt utterly empty. The mansion that once bounced with happy laughter was now chillingly silent. The piano Keith bought her sat untouched. She confessed to a friend, "Winning doesn't feel like winning when the person you loved is the reason you had to fight." And then, the final tragic moment struck. Late that night, as paparazzi staked outside, Nicole appeared on her balcony, clutching her wedding ring. She stared at it for an agonizing minute, then let it go. The diamond hit the stone floor with a sharp metallic ping, a sound that echoed across Hollywood like a funeral bell for a love once considered eternal. The moment instantly went viral. Millions shared the clip captioned, "The End of Forever." It wasn't just a ring she dropped, it was the wreckage of everything she was. As the sun rose over Los Angeles, the ultimate truth crystallized. Keith Urban's empire had fallen. Nicole Kidman's heart was broken, and Hollywood had witnessed the most devastating celebrity collapse in history. This slow, painful destruction of perfect love, the emotional, financial, psychological, and public betrayal between Nicole Kidman Keith Urban and Maggie Baugh, was never just gossip. He used her sacred trust as a shield and her money as a weapon. Now the world sees the rot beneath the golden walls. Nicole's $100 million lawsuit isn't about getting revenge anymore. Drop a comment if you think Nicole found her power. Forget revenge? This war is now about Nicole Kidman reclaiming every single piece of herself Keith Urban tried to bury in shame. The woman we once saw as fragile is now the reigning symbol of resilience, sheer power, and devastating truth. Even as the cameras flash and the headlines scream heartbreak, one ultimate image is burned into history. Nicole on her balcony, staring at the forever ring, then letting it fall. That single drop wasn't just metal hitting stone. It was the sound of complete closure, the sound of a toxic chapter burning to ashes. Fans are calling this the most emotional finale Hollywood has ever seen. But for Nicole, this isn't an ending. It's a legendary rebirth. Keith's rotten empire has fallen. Maggie's name is tainted forever, but Nicole, she rose through the wreckage, bloodied but absolutely unbroken. Because when the love you trust most turns into ultimate betrayal, there's only one fierce option left. Scorch the past, reclaim your glorious name, and force the entire world to watch you rise. This was never just a love story, people. It was Hollywood's most tragic war for the truth. Tell us your final thoughts in the comments below.